Welcome back, everybody. It's just a little bit of a short break. We're still here. The teams had to go back to wherever they were. So Mike Little down in Kentucky. Uh, tech, all the Texas natives had to go back down to Texas. Tejas, Taha, whatever the little short-term slang for Texas is. uh, guys all over the world pretty much had to go get the truck, load it up onto the trailer, bring it back to Indy because, we only got single car trailers here. We're not rich. We're not like Hendrick Motorsports. We don't have a four-car trailer. We got a one. But anyways, we are back here with the trucks. And instead of Caleb being in the broadcast booth, we got Ricky Gonzalez back here with us tonight from Denver, Colorado, watching the Denver Nuggets play on the TV screen, but watching the CRN broadcast on his little old laptop.
Yeah, we had to take a break. The seven machine is going to be parked for the night. She's in the shop getting worked on, and hopefully she'll come back next week, back on track. And then be missing another week. Dylan going to be heading to Viva Las Vegas for work out there. So hopefully I'll be able to get in another broadcast with you, man. I always enjoy doing these broadcasts and everybody watching these streams. So big shout out Barry Kistler. Barry Kistler's always been a huge supporter of CRN, and I see him once in a while jump into the Discord voice chat, and he hangs out with us every once in a while. So Barry, appreciate you supporting us. But Dylan, we're back at the same track we were about I don't know 15 minutes ago with ARCA cars. Kind of had some boxing glove moments. If you're able to watch that stream, if not, go take a look at that when you have a chance after this truck race. We had some guys pretty heated at each other and short track tempers, gloves off, ready to fight each other. But now we're going to transition. That was an ARCA race. We're going to transition now into the truck race, still here at IRP, Indianapolis Raceway Park. And Dylan, this is your home track for those who weren't able to watch that ARCA race earlier this evening.
Yeah, another small track here in the state of Indiana, one of the greatest states ever known to man. Texas is the second best, just pointing that out. Um, no. Every state is great that has a racetrack or a drag strip or a dirt track or water. I'm a man that likes to fish. If you got some water, let me know. I'll come fishing with you. But anyways, back to the live action. Yes, it is another one of my home tracks. You got the drag strip over to the left, but here it's all about turning left. We aren't going in a straight line. We ain't going left to right. We're going straight lefts. It's going to be a top dominant track again here for the trucks. And if you notice, the track temp for the ARCA cars was uh, 74. This one's 71. But gonna go ahead and look out here, see if our in-race reporter, which is going to be the hotspot Heisey, has taken a lap here. He is not so far. He has. So we're actually going to go ahead and grab our in-race reporter here. That's going to be the number 26 of Hotspot Heisey. And Heisey, this is Dylan and Ricky in the booth. Got a copy.
Yes, I do. How you guys doing?
I'm doing phenomenal. I haven't seen you in so long.
It's
Like,
been a minute.
yeah, like season 4 Premier Series. Me and you being a rookie in the Premier Series, taking a stab at all those veterans, and even though you didn't make the final 5, you still beat me on Ricky of the points. But nonetheless, kind of walk us through how you think this race is going to go. About how many laps could you go on a full field run? And what's the tires like if you had enough time to do a couple of extra curricular laps?
Yeah, we're looking at what 85 laps. Got about 50 or so laps of fuel. Gonna try and make it at least halfway, maybe a little bit more. Try and keep the nose clean and stuff like that. Uh, and try and save the fast repair. But for the most part, I'm gonna say in the first couple laps, tires are gonna be loose, gonna get loose during the corners. Um, so just kind of try and hang in there and save that fast repair.
Yeah, so I don't think you ran the ARCA series last race. Did you watch any of that stream, and did you help anybody out there on track, or did you even uh, get a chance to hop in and watch some of your fellow racers, see what kind of lines they were running?
Yeah, I was watching the stream the entire time, kind of just trying to get a bearing of what the race is kind of going to be like and how the track was and what kind of lines I would be taking. Um, I didn't really hop in there to kind of support anybody, but I watched over the race and kind of watched everybody race and see how it went.
Yeah, well, since this is one of my pretty well off tracks, it's going to be topside dominant, going to be up by the wall. Passes is going to be slim to none. Slide jobs are going to be happening. Tempers are going to be flaring. You're going to see yourself up to the front. You're going to get the race win. You're going to win the championship. You're going to do this. You're going to do that. You're just going to be great all season long. I know what you can do in a car, even though you had to knock off the dust on the good old steering wheel out there. But either way, it's going to be top dominant, and you just got to pace yourself, just like you were saying. Pace yourself, keep the nose clean, and hopefully see yourself up there in that podium spot in the next 85 laps.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, Isaac, we're going to go ahead and let you jump back up there. Get ready for this 85 lap race, and hopefully we'll be talking to you at the end of this race.
Appreciate it. Have a good one, guys.
You too. All right, that's going to be our in-race reporter. That's going to be the number 26 of Dan Heisey. And Ricky, I'm going to go ahead and bring up these qualifying results here for you. And I'm going to let you go ahead and run down the qualifying order.
Sounds good to me. So we have Dakota Camper. Looks like he's going to be sitting on pole with a 22.148. Then you have Mark Gonzalez in the 88. Nick Nickerson will start third. Kevin Foster will be fourth. Mike Little fifth. Mark Thomas sixth. Paul Owen seventh. Joseph Sullivan, hoping to have a better run in the truck race than the ARCA race earlier tonight, starts eighth. Stan Hausman will start ninth. Brandon Mettler will round out the top 10. We have Daniel Stein in 11th. Todd Cottle 12th. Dan, our in-race reporter, Hotspot Heisey, running 13th. John Crane will start 14th. Matt Crockett in the 10 will start 15th. David Tilford will start 16th. Brett Gusick, last week's winner at Dover, didn't put down a time, so he's going to come from the back again. Eric Andrews, who I believe disconnected, so he'll start 18th. Carla Bramble will start 19th. Caleb Collins will start 20th. And then rounding out our 21 car field, our points leader, who was not able to put down a time because he is the point leader, will be the number 77 machine of Paul Butler. So Dylan, that is our 21 truck field as these guys are going to get lined up side by side. We'll take one more pace lap before the lights go out, and then we'll have another 75 laps tonight here at IRP, and hopefully we can see some green flag racing. I'd like to see some strategy calls come into play, see when these guys pit and when they want to come down. But it'll be interesting. We had some boxing moments with that 88 and the 10, so we'll see if that will continue on in the truck race tonight. 88's going to pull up alongside of that 51 as they head down the backstretch for the final time for the pace laps. And Dylan, we're about to get under green here at IRP.
Yeah, you see there, Mark Gonzalez starting P number 2. He's going to have the preferred line on that outside as they're going to go through turn 3 and 4. Pace car taking that early duck down into pit lane. Dakota Camper can't go till the restart zone, or Barney waves the green flag, and we are back to racing here at IRP as the 51 got a great launch and was able to keep the lead, something that we didn't see last race as Paul Owens was able to get the good jump on the outside. But Dakota Camper leading these guys all the way around for lap number 1.
Yeah, one thing I noticed, Dylan, that 88 machine came down from the top and chopped the nose of the 2. The 2 checked up, so Mark continuing his Mark annex of chopping people's noses. He was able to clear as with no under caution.
That's going to be the number 11 of John Crane. Go ahead and go back here. Gets up into the wall and see if he was helped. Oh, the truck just stepped out on him. United States Postal Service doing their job, getting you getting your mail to you nice and fast with a little bit of slippy slidey, as that Toyota Tundra is going to bring out our first caution.
Yeah, fortunate for Crane, he got involved in some incidents earlier tonight in the ARCA race, and not the way you want to start it. But Dylan, that wasn't on lap 1. Leaders had already crossed the line to take lap number 2, so John Crane will not get a 1-lap penalty. That should be my opinion if I were race control tonight, as I'm stepping in for Caleb here in the Truck Series. But Crane just going to get the EOL. He's already in the back of the pack running last, so we'll just make a note of it. I don't believe we'll need to give him the EOL, but big implications for the 11 of John Crane not getting that dreaded first lap penalty of going 1 lap down. So that'll keep him on the lead lap, and hopefully he can bring that truck down, get some repairs, and hopefully make a move towards the front as he's able to make repairs on that truck.
Yeah, gotta hurry up, get into pit lane, make those repairs, get in and get out. You see there though, Caleb Collins and Paul Butler both elected to pit, so maybe they want to be in the back as well, want to keep out of the way of everybody else, not show their speed that they have, and just come out strong later in this run.
Yeah, those guys probably coming down to top off probably realize they're not going to make it on fuel and came down electing to top off. And if I know Caleb and PB, I'm with them almost every Sunday when we do premiere. They love to come down, top off, and then get back onto the racetrack. So it looks like those guys are topped off. Crane able to come down and get some repairs, and probably smacking the wall, probably bent something in the steering, and put a little bit more input than he needed to, and then just lost the back end of the truck. But move Crane now. So those 3 guys are someone to watch as we're coming in. Lights are still on the pace car, so they're getting ready to line up. We're going to probably take 1 to green this next time by. But going back to Crane, yeah, he's able to fix the truck. Hopefully he can come back down, get a little bit more repair done before we go green. And hopefully I'd like to see that U.S. Postal Service. So shout out to all our postmen delivering mail in all parts of the country, especially in Texas right now where they have a winter storm going on. And big shout out to the Postal Service, whether it rains, snows, sleets. United Postal Service always there for you in your packages, especially dealing around Christmas time.
Yeah, definitely going to be a big shout out to those men and women out there delivering packages, no matter the heat, the winter, rain, no matter what, you're always going to get your mail out there on time. Dakota Camper elects to take the outside away from Mark Gonzalez. He's going to lead these guys to the green flag, as he's going to wait around for the green flag. He can go whenever he wants to go, and he's going to get a little bit of a better jump. Everybody's got to scatter in the back, though. Nick Nickerson almost gets ran over from behind by the number 46. He had to check up just a little bit more, and we are back to racing.
Yeah, Mark not getting the best of restarts right there. And so he's able to only lose 1 position. He's going to look to the inside as we're paying attention out of Mike Little, and I believe that's Mark Thomas on the outside of him. So Thomas going to try to get the run on the outside.
Mike Little gets loose. No,
it
collected it. Everybody got around Mike Little. Oh my goodness. That was phenomenal. Oh, how did everybody miss that? Because, oh man, I tell you what, if that was me in that truck or coming up around Mike Little, I'd be dead. I wouldn't know what to do. I'm like Ricky Bobby. What do I do with my hands, Rick? Like, you can see there, he just got a little bit loose, locks him down instantly, and look at all the impressive driving by everybody to get around. But that's going to be an EOL for the number 46. And you hate to see it for that number 46 Juggernaut Amsoil machine.
Yeah, 46 is going to get that EOL, so he'll start at the tail end of the line. And another thing, Dylan, one thing I've noticed last week's winner in the 19th, 18th position, though. Some of these guys coming back down pit road. So look at Caleb Collins, Paul Butler, and John Crane. Crane getting more repairs, and it looks like Butler and Collins are going to top off once again. So Gusick, that's a shocker to me, a head scratcher. Just maybe he's just riding in the back, trying to let these guys wreck each other, and then he's going to try to be there at the end. But he'll have company nonetheless with that 46 machine of Mike Little joining them at the back of the field. 10 laps, Dylan, and we've already seen 2 cautions. Dakota Camper, Kevin Foster, Mark Gonzalez, Nick Nickerson, and Mark Thomas is your top 5. Hopefully we can see some green flag racing, and Little's going to bring that machine down to pit road. Knows he roasted his rear tires, and well, he locked them down, locked them up, probably
It's flat
got
spotted.
those pops, yeah, flat spotted on that, and so he'll bring that 46 Chevrolet down pit road. But I'm interested to see what Collins and Butler are up to down there on what their little pit strategy call coming down and getting fuel the last two cautions.
Yeah, you know, English can be hard sometimes, so you just got to give my co-host a little bit of time to figure out his words that he wants to use. You know, it's hard being a Dallas Cowboys fan and learning English at the same time. So, dude, I am on one tonight already. I love it. We're yes, it's all love up here, guys. It's all love between me and the number 7 machine of good old. Where is he? There he is. Sorry, bud, but yeah. Anyways, yeah, it's all love up here in the booth between myself and Ricky Gonzalez. He jokes on me for being a Bears fan, so I got to do it back. You know, 3-14 for the season. Got the first round draft pick. Whoop whoop. Uh, but nonetheless, we're getting ready to go back green here as Dakota Camper elects to take the outside. But look who's in P number 2. Kevin Foster in the rust bucket. Looking to make it a win here in the trucks. Dakota Camper goes green right away. Gets a beautiful run on Kevin Foster, but now he's side by side with Nick Nickerson. Mark Gonzalez still running that inside. Has all the top he wants, but chooses to stay behind the number 8 machine. The 2 with a beautiful run coming out of turn number 2.
Yeah, they're able to get that run phenomenal off of turn 2. So the 88 looks like he tagged the wall just a little bit, going to hinder his pace. And so he has a friend behind him and Paul Owens. And so we have a big group of trucks right here as Dakota Camper runs the fastest lap of the race so far. I'm hoping that'll change as we get some green flag laps in. Mike Little being the straggler in the back right there. But all these guys, Dylan, I mean, look at that. Separated almost between first and 10th, almost 3 seconds. I mean, these guys are on each other as Mark's going to dive it down into turn number 1. He's going to get underneath Kevin Foster, going to try to get the momentum off that truck. And looks like Foster able to put down the power. Mark able to put down the power too on the inside. Going to dive it down into turn 3. Going to do a little slide job Kyle Larson style to give that position to Mark Gonzalez. But wait,
here comes a rebuttal. Oh, a little bit loose into the wall. Goes number 88 machine, able to keep it off the number 8. That rust bucket of the number 8 machine of Kevin Foster doesn't need any more rust marks, so keep it easy out there. I want to keep that nice, clean number 88 out there alive as he's got Brett Gusick all over his rear bumper now. Oh, that's Paul Owens. Excuse me.
Paul Owens. Yep, Gusick is back in the field, but he's making his way up. He's already up to 13th after restarting 17th. So Gusick going to set his eyes on Crockett, but now we have Paul Owens, Mark Gonzalez, and Kevin Foster all battling for that last podium spot as we take a look back at Daniel Stein. He's going to try to make some moves, try to get around Mettler. Looks like Mettler has gotten away from him. Behind Stein is Sullivan, and Sullivan looking to rebound. Nice start to the race for Sullivan after we saw a couple incidences with him. As we look farther back into the field, you see the number 10 machine of Matt Crockett, who after that ARCA race, Dylan, was ready to throw some hands in the infield, but unfortunately the driver of the 88 machine looks like he got on his flight a little bit early. Not his flight, looks like he was able to get back to his truck hauler and meet with the crew and the guys in the Craftsman Truck Series. And Crockett running in the 13th position right now, right in front of your cousin, which is the 25 of Todd Cottle.
Yeah, looking at the number 25 of Todd Cottle in that Go Army, U.S. Army machine. Todd Cottle is a former military personnel. Currently just got out of the military, so a big congratulations to him. Him and his wife, Courtney, and their 2 kids. I've actually grown a little bit closer to my cousin over iRacing. You know, I used to hang out with him when he lived here in Indiana, moved down to Georgia, and now, you know, he does this. We talk here and there. I help him out. And, you know, we've reconnected again over iRacing, got him into core, and Uh, Little fun fact: me and Todd share a birthday, so uh, March 30th. I was born in '96. He was born in '93, so he's just a little bit older than me, but it's okay. He knows who the better racer is here. Now, Courtney, if you're watching the stream, don't worry. I still love your husband. But looking up here, Brett Gusick all over the back bumper of the Stan Hausman. And it looks like Joseph Sullivan got to the inside of Dan Heisey, or Daniel Stein. Not able to make the pass, but look at this. The dive bomb from the 04 almost gets in the side of the number 76 and 36. Just had to back it down just a little bit. Stan says, I don't want no part of that. Take it. You got it, buddy. Go for it. I want to learn from you. And that's exactly what the 04 is doing. As look at him rip that yellow line.
Yeah, he's able to just put that truck down on the bottom lane and just get an absolute run. He's going to sit behind these two after completing a magnificent pass on Sandhausen. He's going to bring it down now back to the yellow line. Going to try to dive bomb the 76. So Gusick, after restarting way in the back, 17th to be exact, already trying to make his move into the top 10. Move that machine up to the 9. Going to try a 2 for 1. Slide up just a little bit. Not going to have the run. Sullivan will off of 2. Oh, he will. Wow. What a power move by the 04. Able to clear himself. Move that car or truck up to the 9th position. And guys, Gusick is on the move. And if I'm a driver in the top 10, watch out because that 04 is coming to the front.
Yeah, look at him go again. A slide job all the way through. Dan Stein with a little bit of a rebuttal. Dan Stein on the inside, Gusick on the outside. It looks like Gusick was able to get all the way around, and now he's going to start pulling away. Another man on the move is going to be that number 46 of Mike Little. Had the early EOL, fell back to P21. Now he's all the way up here to P number 15. He is a man on a mission right now. Getting ready to get up to the number 25 of Todd Cottle, Paul Butler, and Caleb Collins back there right behind him, both in the wall. The Chick-fil-A Eat More Chicken machine of Caleb Collins and the Sweet Jenny I Got Pace, number 77 of Paul Butler.
Looks like somebody tagged the wall right behind him. Was that Butler or Collins? Gonna have to. We'll take a look at that later.
Well, looking at it right now, looks like Paul Butler's got all the damage he needs. It's kind of hard when you run a white and blue truck and the wall is white and blue. So, I mean, do you blame the guy?
I mean, we all know, too, Dylan, that if it's not a plate track, PB is not going to be in the running for it. We already know that. So,
well,
love you, PB. You're a brother to me.
well, we got to rephrase that. If it's not Martinsville or a plate track. Because Paul Butler almost got his first race win in the Vintage over me at Martinsville, and I got inside of his head and said, no sir, okie dokers, and raced him all the way. But look at that. Caleb Collins and Paul Butler both making it around Todd Cottle going through turn 1 and 2. Todd just looking to make more laps. Looks like Caleb not able to get the good enough run like Paul Butler was able to. And it looked like Matt Crockett creamed the wall there as he's still able to keep that number 10 machine going.
Yeah, and Cottle has lost several positions now, so looking to get under duress by Caleb Collins. As you see Butler go to the inside of Crockett, going to try to slide job him. Not clear just yet. Crockett stayed in it. As we take a look back now here at the 88, he's going to move down to the inside of Dakota Camper, trying to take that second position away. So maybe the 88. Oh, almost cleared himself. He does. Wow. 88 moves up into second.
Power move by the number 88. I thought they were going to end up getting together there. And the 88 is showing like, hey, I may be aggressive, but I'm up here at the front trying to catch down the race leader, Nick Nickerson. You see there, Tyler Bramble, sad toast. Has a little bit of damage on that right rear spoiler as he's just out here creating laps for himself, keeping the truck out of everybody's way, which is always a good thing to do, especially with the leaders coming up on you this quick.
Yeah, and Dylan, as we get into lap traffic for the leaders, 51 in the wall, going to tap it just a little bit. One thing I'm going to notice, and I know we said it pre-race, I'm looking at the 10 and the 88. We saw that they, if you were tuned into the ARCA broadcast, we saw those two get into each other several times. They were not happy with each other after the race. Crockett was looking for that driver of the 88 in the infield. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to find them. But the driver of the 88 machine better look out, because I wouldn't be surprised if the 10 has something up his sleeve and trying to I'm not going to say he's going to affect the outcome of the race with Mark running in second, but I wouldn't be surprised if he roughs him up just a little bit to show his displeasure of what happened about 25 minutes ago.
Yeah, looking at it right now, though. A big battle here for P number 6 as Brett Gusick dives it to the inside, slide job all the way up to the top. Almost into the wall, but makes the pass on Paul Owens. But here comes Paul Owens, Toyota against Toyota. Who do you got? I go with the other Toyota for 500 bones. Thank you. And see, look, I was right. A Toyota won. See, look at that.
Yeah,
Toyota.
that 04, man. I'll tell you what, Dylan, that 04 is a man on a mission right now. He is charging to the front after restarting P17. Let's see if we can, and he might have a fresh set of tires too with him coming down pit road with those caution laps waving so close together, be able to probably come down, top off, and then come down and take tires the next time. And he's actually flying to the front right now. Not surprised at all to see him fly up towards the front.
Brett Gusick wild and charging all the way up to the front, looking for some chickies as he has made his way to the top 6. Paul Owens, though, looks to have wore his tires out just a little bit. But up here in the front, Nick Nickerson with the heavy battle. Mark Gonzalez side by side, neck and neck going into turn number 3 and 4.
Yeah, side by side. Mark's going to be on the bottom running that Dell Jr. late model paint scheme. And then we have Nick. It's like a Sterling Marlin Coors Light paint scheme. Those guys are going to go side by side into turn 1. Mark able just to save a little bit more tire, but Nick not good giving him the lead just quite yet. Nick's going to say, hold on, wait a minute. I'll take this outside, run that momentum. And you're right. Let me put some ketchup in.
You know what? I kind of want to look at this paint scheme. And that is great. It says Coors. Coors as in Core Racing League. That is absolutely amazing. Gonna go ahead and zoom out though, as this battle is still heating up.
Yeah, and they've actually put 2.2 seconds on the third place driver of Derek Camper. So you have Camper, Metler, and Gusick all battling for the third position. We know Gusick is charging to the front.
Oh, Mark Gonzalez hard in the wall.
Mark in the wall. Not going to sure if that's going to affect the aerodynamics.
Oh, into the wall again.
In the wall again.
Oh, that right front is not happy with that number 88 machine.
Yeah, Mark probably just pushing too much, trying to get to Nick. Nick knew he was going to burn his stuff up. I think he tapped the wall again on the exit of 4. It's a little pixelated for me right now, Dylan. Gotta love the hotel Wi-Fi that we're running on here tonight in Denver. But yeah, look at the right side of that machine, all torn to pieces. But he's still willing it, and he's still bringing it back to the front.
Yeah, still trying to get it up here as we're gonna look at all these beautiful paint schemes come flying around. As we got another battle on our hands. Mike Little getting around Dan Stein for P number 9. So Mike Little back up to the top 10 and still trying to track down P number 8, which is going to be Mark Thomas.
Yeah, Mike Little able to move around Dan Stein there as everybody's trying to get around the lap truck of Tyler Bramble. Bramble probably has a ton of damage and some steering offset issues, so that's the reason why the 39 is probably where he's at, scored in the P19 position. As we're taking a look at Houseman, he's going to try to run Dan Stein down. These guys have seen each other all season long, apparently. They've all been side by side in a couple races I've been with them. But man, this battle's heating up now, Dylan. You got Foster, Metler, Gusick, Foster all tied in together. Look at this. Look at the 04.
Oh, the 15 gets into the wall. You got 2 rookies and 2 veterans. Can you guess which 2 are rookies and which 2 are veterans?
We'll have to let the chat answer that one. Dylan, me and you know the answer to that. Look at Gusick. Gusick, man. He is on the move. He's saying, get out of my way, Kevin Foster. I'm here to go to the front and go back to back. Oh, 51
Oh,
in the
the
wall. Oh, the 15 tags 04.
great, beautiful save by the 04. And look at that. Didn't lose any positions. As he's going to dive it right back down on the inside of the number 51. The 51 playing a little bit of defense. He's going to keep it down towards the bottom of the track, but here we go. Lap traffic. Does this play? Oh, the 51.
Oh,
Oh my, what?
oh.
No way. No way did they just make that happen. How in the world? That looked like MSRL Daytona duel number 2 with me and Angel Santiago. That was absolutely ridiculous. That would have been super spicy. Houston, we had takeoff, and everybody saved it.
Yeah, what a power move by Gusick. Gusick not here to mess around. Getting around the 51 of Camper and the 15 of Metler. Metler now trying to take that position away from Camper. Going to try to move that truck up to the 5th position and successfully does. But hands off to all these drivers for getting around the lap truck, not wrecking each other. Almost having a big incident, but everybody able to keep it straight and keep her going. And Dylan, knock on wood, we've gone almost probably 40 laps under green now. Haven't had a caution since, so, but broadcaster's curse, there it is. Probably going to see a yellow within the next 5 to 7 laps, I guarantee it.
Yeah, definitely. Who knows? I mean, now, maybe once we get our green flag pit stops and these guys are so used to running on worn tires, maybe they'll forget how those new tires feel, and we could possibly see something happen. But as it sits right now, you see on the track map on the right, there's battles everywhere. If there's a car you guys want to see, actually, we're going to go drop back here to the number 26, as he's got a battle with the number 39 and the number 25 of Todd Cottle. Todd Cottle trying to get around a Dan Hotspot Heisey, not able to do so, but Dan Heisey, he's going to able to get away. Todd hard to the wall again, and we have our first taker for pit road. That's going to be the number 51.
Yeah, 51's going to come down pit road, so the pit window has opened. Probably just going to need one stop now to make it to the end. And we're going to see some guys probably take 2 tires. We're going to see guys take 4 tires. If I'm you, Dylan, or if I'm driving in this race, I'm probably going to take 4 freshies and try to make some noise. I'm going to probably get enough fuel to make it to the end, but we see Camper, Sullivan, Tilford is in. Our leaders have not come down pit road yet. But man, that 04 machine is on a move, and that 88 machine better look out, because the 04 is about to be right on his tail.
Yeah, definitely going to be me. I think I might have to go for broken go with 2 tires. I just something about 2 tires in the truck. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. These guys actually were able to have a full practice session and able to see what they could possibly do. And, we're definitely going to see as Kevin Foster makes his way in to pit lane. David Tilford and Mark Thomas all in pit lane this time by, following along with the number 87 here. But going to go back up to the race leader of Nick Nickerson, as he's going to get around Heisey here, as he's on the inside and not able to get clear of him. Going to run side by side. Heisey's going to have the runoff.
Yeah, Heisey will have the runoff. Remember, he's battling to be, I believe Heisey, yeah, he's battling to stay on the lead lap. So if the caution comes out, he wouldn't get the lucky dog. And if you're Matt Crockett, you don't want to see Heisey go 1 lap down, as you see Nick Nickerson's going to try to slide job him just a little bit, and he'll get the runoff. So Heisey now, we have only 10 trucks now on the lead lap. Stein's going to come down to pit road, and so now that'll bring another as the pit cycle continues. So you see Metler coming down pit road to do his
Brett Gusick hard
crawl
into the wall. Not sure what happened there, but able to get back around to Mark Gonzalez, but Brett Gusick into the wall. Mark Gonzalez going to go down into pit lane, and that's going to move Brett Gusick up to P number 2.
Yeah, Gonzalez, Owens, Houseman, Metler, all coming down pit road. Cottle's coming back out of the track, so yeah, he's exiting the pits. Metler's exiting the pits too. Boom! There it is, Dylan. Called it.
There is a caution out on the track. David Tilford is going to be the cause of it, we're going to go ahead and go back to a CRN replay, see exactly what happened here. Coming out of the quarter, I can tell you exactly what happened. The truck stepped out, and look at the hands working on that number 12 machine, trying to get it back straight. What does he do? Does he stay in the gas? Does he lock him down? And he locks him down. Championship implications for the number 12 as he hits that front wall a ton.
Yeah, just worn tires and probably got back to the gas a little more than anticipated. But Dylan, look at this.
That
You see
changes
Nickerson,
everything.
Nickerson, Gusick, Little able to take their pit stop. Looks like Caleb stayed out, so no, I don't believe these drivers are going to be able to get the wave around.
Yeah.
Oh, Collins is in pit lane, so Caleb came down pit lane. So yeah, Owens will get a wave around. Looks like everybody down to Houseman will get a wave around. So those guys will all be back on the lead lap. And they'll go from there. The battle off pit road. Nickerson will win it. Gusick second. Who's going to come off third? Looks like Mike Little will come off third. And then Butler and Collins are round out the top 5. So timely caution. You know, you can roast me in the chat if you're in the YouTube chat saying, way to go, Ricky, way to call that caution. Way to do the broadcaster's jinx. But we're going to line them up, Dylan. Going to have a little over 20 laps to go for the end of this, and Nickerson and Gusick seem to be the favorite so far tonight.
Yeah, those two are the favorites as of right now. And, you know, with Mike Little being P number 3, that's going to change the outcome of what else is going to happen. But I believe Bramble, Crane, Heisey, and Cottle are all going to get the wave around the pace car, so they're going to be back on the lead lap.
Yeah, with those guys being on the lead lap, we'll have 15 trucks on the lead lap. Look, Owens came with Gonzalez, and so I think those guys only have 1 lap on their tires, probably 0 green flag laps on their tires. So they're probably right in the wheel boat of where Nick and Gusick and Little are. But look at those guys who are running 4th and 5th. They were like 18th and 19th at one point. Now these guys are up in the 5th position. Crockett going to bring it down pit road. Not really sure. I guess he's fixing.
Brett Gusick used a fast repair. So with Brett Gusick using the fast repair, that's going to allow him to have a super clean, all grayed out number 04. And now you look at this whole field, everybody looks pretty much clean. The 88 more than likely used his fast repair on that caution. So everybody has a fresh, clean, signed, sealed, and delivered truck out here as we're getting ready to get to 2 to green.
Yeah, it looks like the 88 used a fast repair. The 77 probably used a fast repair. Said the 04 used a fast repair. I'm interested to see who else probably has a fast repair left. And Dylan, all 20 trucks are still running this race, so good to see that. The only retiree we have is Eric Andrews, and I do believe he didn't even make the green flag. Eric likes to come in here and have fun, as you can say. A big shout out to him, who always loves to have fun. Even though his 49ers beat my Cowboys, we're still going to be friends, unfortunately. But he knows who America's team is. But it looks like we're going to have to probably just delay this green, as we still have trucks trying to get caught up behind the pace truck and trying to get lined up correctly. Unless they are under green. Yeah, no, there's a pace car. Okay. I was like, these guys are all going really fast to still be considered under caution.
Yeah, it was not fair for everybody that was trying to catch back up to the pace car, and just wanted everybody to have a fair shot. But yeah, this is definitely going to be fun, to say the least, have these guys catch back up to the pace car. Hopefully everybody was able to keep their respected positions, and we can go from there.
Yeah, we have 15 trucks again on the lead lap. We're just going to re-rack them. We're trying to give those guys an opportunity from the wave around trucks to get back and line back up correctly. So it looks like Pace Truck's in the middle of 1 and 2. Looks like Bramble will be lucky dog since we had to throw that little caution. So we'll rack them back up. It'll be Nick, Gusick, Butler, Collins, and Little, your top 5. Little looks like Little dropped a little bit, I guess, on that restart while we're trying to rack them back up. So we'll rack them back up, Dylan. Will be less than 20 laps to go. Dylan, who's your favorite as we get to the near the end of this race?
I gotta go with the man that started all the way in the back, the 04, Brett Gusick. It's tough to say. I mean, Brett Gusick had that number 04 on rails all race long, but another guy that I got to look out for is that number 46. Same with the number 88. You know, the 88 down there in P number 7, we've seen how aggressive he can be and how quickly he can make his way up to the front. So there's definitely going to be a fun little 20-lap debut to show for the rest of the night.
Yeah, I wonder if Gusick's been using that dive bomb method and sliding right up in front. I think the one person you don't want to do that to is Nick Nickerson, because we know for a fact, Dylan, he's not going to lift. And if you collect him, he's going to make you earn it. He just isn't going to push over and give it to you. So yeah, everybody in this top 5 deserves to be there. Butler and Collins, even though they ran the back majority of this race, I know they're capable drivers of being at the front and able to keep pace. So PB, I guess you took that advice. You took it to heart. Not the advice, I guess, that little trash talk we did, Dylan. He took it to heart and said, I can run faster at plate tracks than anywhere else. So Butler trying to make some noise, going to win at a short track. Hopefully you can bring it home. Podium spot or maybe in victory lane. So you got Butler, Collins, Little, Owens, Gonzalez, Camper, Foster, and Crockett, your top 10 drivers. So it'll be interesting to see if that 10 gets to the back bumper of the 88. We've been talking about it all race, trying to get a little payback in them. I believe, Dylan, lights are out on the pace car. We're going to get set to go green next time by.
Yeah, definitely going to be green this time by. It looks like Nick Nickerson's going to take the outside and put Brett Gusick down on the inside. And I don't know if that's a great strategy call, knowing what Brett Gusick's going to do. Brett Gusick's going to use that inside to his advantage and get around you, whether you like it or not. The pace car's gonna be in. It's gonna be on Nick Nickerson, bringing these guys to the green. Nick's gonna leave it up by that wall as much as he possibly can, and he can control when he wants to go. He's gonna go when they go straight. Great jump by the number 2 machine of Nick Nickerson, falling back here in the pack. Mike Little's gonna slide up, run the middle to where nobody can get around him or to his inside, and they're single file for the first 5.
That single file looks like Owens and Butler are side by side, and then you have Gonzalez and Little side by side, and then right behind them is Dakota Camper, Foster, then Crockett. So Gonzalez he's gonna have to get up on his horse and get to the front. Gonna move.
3 wide now. Gonzalez and Owens. Gonzalez into the wall coming out of turn number 2. That's going to open up the door for Mike Little. He went from the top to the bottom, pulled a little bit of a Dean Clavitt out of his book last night at Richmond. And now we have a good, strong battle for these drivers back here in the back, as Mike Little's still trying to get around the number 88 as the 88 gets back into the wall.
Yeah, 88 back into the wall. Nick Nickerson just ran the fastest lap of the race that next time by. But it looks like Little is going to clear the 88 of Gonzalez, and he's going to set his sights on Owens. And Owens, he's trying to set his sights on Butler. And while Caleb is pulling away, and we have another caution out on the track, looks like it's going to be the 11 of John Crane once again. And Dylan, let's take a look back and see what happened to the 11. Coming off of 4.
Oh, got in the wall, came right down in front of our in-race reporter. And, yeah, that, dang. Gonna have to call that one a racing incident. I mean, there was just nowhere for Heisey to go. Nothing that Crane could do as soon as he bounced up off the wall. Gonna go ahead and go back to another replay here, as we're gonna watch the number 11 come up off the corner. You can see he's trying to turn it down to the left, Just too much wheel. Hits the wall, turns it directly straight back to the left or the right to keep it up there. Not able to do so. I'm going to smack that inside wall.
Yeah, crane involved for the second time tonight. Unfortunate. Hopeful to see that U.S. Postal Service machine make its way through the field and hopefully get a top 10. Seems that's not going to be the case tonight. I'm going to bring that truck. Probably going to bring that truck down to pit road, fix a little bit of damage. Probably already used a fast repair earlier in the race, and you hate to see what's happened to the 11 tonight in this race. And a lucky dog, I believe, will be the 25 of Todd Cottle. So put Cottle back on the lead lap, and so now we'll have 17 trucks on the lead lap as we're coming down to less than 10 to go.
Yeah, 10 to go on the lead lap. You're going to be in the back. It's go time for these drivers. You know, there's a lot of room left out there on the table. You see Nick Nickerson get a great jump on the 04, but the 04 did not let Nick run away. So definitely going to want to keep an eye out on those two drivers. But you got to pay attention to the Caleb Collins running there in P number 3, taking up the final podium position. And then you got Paul Butler right behind him in 4th, and Paul Owens. So you got PB and PO running respectively 4th and 5th.
Yeah, and look who's running in that 3rd position. Your co-partner in this broadcast booth, Caleb Collins. So Caleb putting on a show for us, getting in behind the wheel of that 72 Chick-fil-A machine. And, you know, I might have to retire, Dylan, if this 72 machine keeps up what he's doing.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I think he sent me a text and said, hey, I don't have permission to jump into the broadcast room. Can you pull me in? I said, Ricky's not racing tonight. So maybe this is his way of saying, okay, fine. I don't want to broadcast with you anyway. I'm going to go out here, get up in the booth whether you like it or not, because I'm going to finish P number 3.
Right? So good showing for that 72 machine is they're going to probably come down to one to green. Should be 1 to green this time by, I believe. 25 is going to move to the back of the pack since he was a lucky dog. And yeah, they're all not getting lined up. So that was probably the 2 to green right there, Dylan. Oh, some of them are getting lined up already. We may be going back to green. Yeah, lights are out on the pace car. We're going green this time by.
Nick Nickerson going to take the outside away from Brett Gusick yet again. Going to go ahead and jump up here to our race leader of Nick Nickerson. See it there, Sasquatch with the Coors Light in his hand. What can mountains do for you? Wonder if Nick Nickerson is going to wait for the straightaway, and it looks like he does. We are back to racing. Nick Nickerson getting a great launch in separating himself from the field. 3 wide almost, as Mark Gonzalez actually backed out of that move. That was the smartest move I've seen that number 88 make here tonight. As Paul Butler moves down, gives the opening lane to the number 46 machine, but tags the 72. No! And what does Wes say? Don't wreck teammates. And that's going to cause another caution. And you know the 77's already smacking the side of that head.
Yeah, I'd like to be down in their voice chat right now, figuring out what they're saying to each other. If PB is, you know, apologizing emphatically, if Caleb's saying some words he shouldn't say on broadcast. But yeah, that's 77. And if he was driving a Chevrolet, he wouldn't have plowed like a dump truck. And, you know, Dylan, you hate to see it. You hate to see teammates wreck each other. And even the 54 got involved. And then as you look behind them, Dylan, if you rewind it just a little bit, we had some carnage in the back of that. Drivers trying to evade the wreck. Let's see, you see the smoke right there. So as we roll just a little bit.
It looked like Todd Cottle.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looked like Todd Cottle got in the wall there some more. So we'll go ahead and rewind it just one more time while these guys get into pit lane. And no, that was actually a little bit further ahead. So maybe Dan Stein maybe it looked like.
No. 72's wrecking.
The 36, that's who it was. Stan Hausman gets into the wall. Todd Cottle follows. Barney's up there saying, slow it down, slow it down. We're the car low, slow it down. And finally, everybody ends up slowing it on down. But that's going to bring out that caution and Paul Butler. I hate to do it to you, but
He's going to have to go to back of the line. Going to have to get to the back of the line.
Yeah, you know.
You know the crazy part, Dylan, is you're playing RC right now at the moment. We're going to have a green-white checkered, but I can hear it now. You know, if we're in the same voice chat in other leagues, we're teammates, I can hear it now. Wes Fuller, I can picture him yelling at teammates, don't wreck teammates. As you said earlier, man, I could picture that. I could picture him right now getting pissed off at us because we got into each other. But man, I wonder what the mindset is now of the 77 as he's seeing all these trucks go by him and losing valuable track position. Was in prime position to get a top 5, maybe a top 10, but now all of that's gone. The shambles is he's gonna have to go to the end of the longest line. And there's his buddy.
Hey, yeah, there's his buddy. The number 72 of Caleb Collins, and you hate to see it.
So we'll have to line them up, Dylan, one more time. Be a green-white checkered. Nick Nickerson, Gusick, Little, Owens, Gonzalez, your top 5. Then Camper, Foster, Crockett, Thomas. And not really sure who is running in 10th right now at the moment. I can only see what you guys see as I'm not in the session. But running 10th is going to be Joseph Sullivan. So those are your top 10 drivers as we're coming to go into overtime. It was supposed to be an 85 lap race tonight. We're going to end up completing 87 because everybody seems to be getting lined back up 2 by 2 by 2. Everybody going to get around, and Paul Butler, sir, you're going to be on the tail end of the longest line. Hate to see it. Championship implications, but going back to the front, Dylan, the field will be under control of Nick Nickerson, who's chosen the outside, and Gusick will be right alongside. And the pace car will dive in. You got Owens in Little, row number 2. Camper Gonzalez, row 3. Foster and Crockett in row number 4. Nickerson bringing him down slow. Last time he decided to go right on the straightaway. Let's see if Gusick can time it. And it's going to be right the same moment. Gusick able to clear. Going to dive it down on to Nick as Little's trying to make a move. Gonzalez.
Gets to the back of the number 04, but able to keep it straight. 3 wide into turn number 3. Gonzalez not going to back out it. He almost got to the side of the number 46. 54 and 46 battling, doing their thing up here as this is the final lap. Oh, the 88 gets turned by the number 8, able to keep it green as we are under the white, but going to go back up here to the lead as it looks like the 04 not able to get to the back bumper, but he's going to finish P number 2 behind that number 2 of Nick Nickerson.
Wow, what a crazy sequence of events. The 88 spinning, the 2 dominating and winning, the 04 coming from behind at one point and 18th.
There's just a lot to unwind in this very moment. So we're going to go back and go to the number 88 machine here and just play it, see what happened. Oh, he got into the side of the 51. That's what caused it. Not sure if he thought that he was clear or maybe he was net coded. I don't know. I thought maybe the 10 had something to do with it, but it wasn't the 10. The 39 was the next incident. Put Stan Hausman in the wall. Stan didn't like that. Hit him back. 25 gets collected. He goes around and around, and away we go, and away we go. Then Mark Thomas ended up having a little bit of a collision here. Gonna see what happened to him. Dakota Camper dives it down to the inside. Gonna tag the 50. He's gonna get stopped and sideways in the middle of the track. And then we got Joseph Sullivan. So going to see what happened to the number 76. Got alongside the number 15. Oh, got tagged by the 50. Spun it around, hits. Oh my goodness, look at the carnage. And what? No way. No way. Nope. We got to go back and watch it from this man's perspective because I happen to see that. We're going to go to the onboard and we're just going to watch as Paul Butler made his way through all of this shambles somehow. As, nope, I didn't rewind it far enough. So
Oh, I was gonna say I think that's the cooldown lap. I was gonna say, why is Caleb running the apron?
yeah, so we're going to start it from here. You see here, he can see the wrecks happening clear as day. And, he's got Mark, okay, clear track, cool, I got this, And this is where you go Days of Thunder. Full throttle, pray for the best.
Yeah,
And,
it's the last lap. I mean,
yeah,
there's no lifting at this
Heisey
point.
gets hit, comes down in front of him, and just smooth criminal Mr. Paul Butler getting through all of that. And then you had no other incidents. But that was just, wow. That, man.
A lot to take in.
A lot to take in. We're going to go ahead and bring up these race results. And that's qualifying. Race. There we go. Good job, Dylan. All right. Nick Nickerson throwing it down double duty here tonight, getting both wins. Brett Gusick going to finish P2 in both races. Mike Little going to finish third in both races. Paul Owens will not be denied a top 5, finishing P number 4. Rounding out our top 5 is going to be Kevin Foster. 6th is going to be Matt Crockett. 7th is going to be Dakota Camper. 8th, Brandon Metler. 9th, Daniel Stein. 10th, Caleb Collins. 11th, Mark Gonzalez. 12th, Stan Hausman. 13th, Heisey. 14th is going to be Paul Butler. 15th, Joseph Sullivan. 16th, Mark Thomas. 17th, Tyler Bramble. 18th, John Crane. Oop, sorry. 19th, Todd Cottle. 20th is going to be David Tilford. And rounding out your 21 car field, 88 laps down, is going to be the number 9 of Eric Andrews. So we're going to go ahead and jump on over to our in-race interviews here. As we're going to go ahead and bring in the number 46. That's going to be Mike Little, as we are joined now by the number 46. And Mike, this is Dylan and Ricky in the booth. You got a copy.
Yeah, I'm back.
Hey, yeah, you're back. You finished exactly right where you did come from ARCA into the trucks. And, you had the number 88 all over your back bumper on the inside of you on the outside. Did it ever cross your mind that you had a little bit of a pucker moment?
No, I was all right with him driving inside of me. I drove it in the last corner pretty hard, and we were kind of 3 wide there for a minute, and then I knew the middle lane would get the run out of there, so we pulled it off, got a third, 2 podium finishes tonight. I'm pretty happy with that.
Yeah, always got to be happy with that. Cap off a great week this week. From my understanding, I don't think you'll be here next week.
I should be, but we'll see.
Yeah, well, I'll just with your work schedule and all that. I knew you said something about not being able to make it every week. So.
Actually, tonight was the night I wasn't supposed to be able to make it.
Oh well, actually,
But due to weather, we made it.
Due to weather, see, he gets it, Ricky. If you want weather like this and get out of work, come join us. Texas gets nothing. Okay, you guys cry over like an inch of snow. So, no, I'm just kidding. Don't hate me. Appreciate it.
Yeah, it started raining earlier, and now it's all frozen. So
Ooh.
no one's going nowhere here in Kentucky, at least where I'm at.
Yeah. So now there's a track coming up that I know you like. That's gonna be Pocono.
Ooh, yeah, I love Pocono.
Are we going to be able to see the number 46 machine out here next week?
Yeah, we'll be out next week for sure.
All right. Well, kind of walk us down, that long green flag run, and then were you getting ready to take a pit stop, or were you good to go a couple more laps before you were getting ready to go in to make your fuel run?
Uh, well, when they were all going in, I had another 10 laps. So I was hoping it was going to go just a little bit longer and maybe get a bunch of people trapped a lap down that were fast and a caution come out, but it came out just a little premature.
Yeah, I mean, it still worked out in your favor. Finished P3 here tonight. Pocono next week in the ARCA and in the trucks. And, that's going to do it for questions from me. But, Ricky, do you have anything for our third place finisher?
No, man, I think you covered everything. Mike, good run tonight. Came home on the podium. Hopefully,
Thank
you
you.
get to see you next week. I guess
Yeah,
that's one of your
yeah.
favorite tracks at Pocono. And stay safe in Kentucky, man. We're having the same issue out in Texas. So hopefully we see that number 46 machine next week.
Yeah, we'll be back next week, and we're gonna end the stream and go play some Call of Duty.
All right. Well, before we let you get on out of here, Mike, is there anybody you want to give a shout out to?
All the viewers who came out and watched me race tonight. In you guys' YouTube stream and in my Twitch stream.
All right, Mike, we're going to go ahead and let you shut down the good old stream. I'll probably hop on Call of Duty with you here in a little bit, and we'll be talking to you again hopefully next week.
Alrighty, we'll catch you here in a minute, Dylan.
Yes, sir. Gonna go ahead and move on to our second place finisher. And Ricky, while I bring him on in, I'm gonna go ahead and let you take over our second place finisher, Brett Guzik.
Hey, Brett, it's Ricky and Dylan in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I've got you guys.
Hey, man, what a wild race you had. You started in the back, wanted to stay out. I guess you didn't want to qualify, but able to bring it home second. Man, talk about going through the field. You had a couple sliders that you threw at those guys, and you were able to make some passes, and that caution late ended up not coming at the right time, I guess, for you. You didn't go a lap down, I don't believe, because you hadn't pit yet. Am I right?
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, we were sitting there behind Nick, I think, when the caution came out. So, we basically there's probably, I don't know, what, 5 people who didn't get caught a lap down. I think we still had like 2 laps of fuel, I think, to go. So we just stayed out as long as possible, just to, maybe catch a break, and it happened. So that was at least good for me and a few other people. Maybe not so much for other people. But starting from the back, I kind of wanted to have fun, honestly. So I started in the back, and I really like this track if people can move around a bit. So I felt like I was able to manipulate the lines, manipulate how I get runs on people, and that's kind of my strong suit, is that and saving tires. We got to, I think, the caution there, and everybody checked their tires, and apparently we had somewhere around 15% better than most people at the end of that one, so we were doing pretty good there. And then, I was just very comfortable, putting sliders on people, just doing things that my dirt background or my asphalt late model background sort of, develops from. So that's kind of why I felt comfortable here. We made it work. Couldn't get Nick there. I think my short run pace was not quite there. I had to really push the issue to stay with him there. I had to do some brake adjustments there to at least get the car free enough to roll the center in the same way, and basically just stay with them. But we really needed like 10 more laps. We really needed the tires to wear out. We really needed to break Nick's momentum. I got to his door actually in the one on the final restart, and we broke his momentum. We actually got him a little bit sideways there, and at least kept it even, or at least got close to pulling it off. So thank you guys for putting this on.
Yeah, and then this is gonna be. I got 2 more questions for you. Next week we go to Pocono. So how do you feel about going there? You said your dirt background and short track with a late model kind of prevails you on these types of tracks. So what's your mindset going to be when we go to a big 2.5 mile Tricky Triangle in the Pocono Mountains.
Yeah, it's not necessarily one of my favorite tracks. Even though I feel like I at least can get somewhat of a rhythm there. I'm never super quick there, but I feel like, you know, if some other things come into play, whether it's fuel strategy or something like that, I'm usually the guy to pull that sort of shenanigans, and we'll see what we can do. I'm probably not gonna have race winning speed, but we'll be up in contention, I think.
Well, man, before we let you get on out of here, who would you like to thank on that number 04 truck?
Yeah, I'd just like to thank everybody here at Core Racing Network. You guys putting it on. Dylan for doing race directing. Carl for running the league. Just everybody else who sort of keeps this thing going. And just like to thank everybody watching. I hope we were able to put on a good show.
Yeah, you most definitely did put on a good show. That's our winner earlier tonight in ARCA, and then this will be our second place finisher tonight here in the trucks. That'll do it. Brett, we'll see you next week, and hope you have a good rest of your night.
Yep, thanks, guys.
So, Dylan, as you get ready we're going to go and move Brett out. We're going to bring in our race winner. So he swept it. And Dylan, as you move him in here, we got him in here now. And Dylan, I'll let you take it from here.
All right.
How's it going?
Yeah. Long time no see. You pretty much started and finished, and then started and finished right where you were. The top three was the exact same, all the way down. You, Brett, and Mike Little. But man, what a hell of a race! Long green flag run there in the middle. No green flag pit stops. I know you love green flag pit stops. Actually, I don't know if you do or not. I'm just making that up. But
No, it's short tracks.
well, as long as you don't get a pit penalty, you'll be all right. You know,
Yep.
we got to make sure we keep your name as Nick Fat Finger Nickerson. So,
Yeah.
but
Oh man. Yeah.
gotta ask, that long green flag run, how many more laps did you think you could make it before you had a pit?
0. I was coming to the pits when the yellow flag came out, and I thought I was gonna run out of fuel before I can get to pits, because you have to drive around 2 times or whatever before the pit opens up. So I was just clutching in and turning my ignition off, and I got to my pit stall with 0.02 gallons.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, you want to talk
Wow.
about almost an emotional
Yeah.
damage for Nick Nickerson? You heard it here,
Yeah.
folks.
Yeah.
Don't listen to this guy. He knows how to run out of fuel.
Yeah, so God, that was nothing but luck at that point. The yellow coming out when it did, and the fact that I was able to make it into my pit stall and then come out with the lead, which was nice with 20-25 to go. So with fresh tires, I mean, it was hard to beat with that. Paul almost ruined it at the end there. He gave me a little bump, which made Brett think that I was going, which I wasn't, and we went into turn 1, got a little sideways, all good race in there. Yeah, man, it was a pretty decent little race.
Yeah, I mean, you had the great battle with Mark Gonzalez there in the early battles of the
Yeah.
stages, and you
But-
guys were just swapping positions. But if I know you, and like I know I do, you would have been like, okay, yeah, go ahead, go burn your stuff up, buddy. You're diving it in, you're hitting the wall, you're not hitting me, so we're good there. But go ahead, burn up your stuff. I'll just get right back around you, and that's ended up what ended up happening.
Yeah, well, the problem is I burned my stuff up trying to get around Dakota and trying to figure out a way to get around him. When I finally did, then Mark was able to just reel me in, and that's why I was fighting for dear life, because I wanted to burn his stuff up, and hopefully at least so if he did get past me, he wouldn't get too far away. But yeah, I don't know. It looks like he had maybe a couple. It's hard to watch the rearview mirror in the front of on these short courses, but it looked like he had a little bit of trouble or something. I have to go back and watch the replay, but yeah, man, worked out pretty good. Finally got a couple wins, and I'll be satisfied for the season.
Yeah, I mean, well, I guess that kind of defeats my next question. You got Pocono next week in the ARCA and the trucks. Do we?
I do like.
Yeah, I know you like Pocono. As long as you keep yourself in the premiere in the ARCA and trucks, and don't show your face at the the vintage will be all right.
Yeah. Well, yeah, the 4 nights of racing is a little bit too much, so I don't think I'm gonna do vintage. But
Oh, thank God. Thank you,
yeah,
Jesus. Thank you.
yeah, at least not this season.
Oh. No,
Yeah,
I'm just
the
kidding.
Pocono, man.
Yeah, it's
Sorry,
definitely gonna be
Pocono is
cool.
interesting. Yeah, that one's Pocono is one of those tracks that like for some I hate Pocono, but for some reason I'm always like I always run pretty damn decent there. And yeah, I know they always say like Pocono drives like a road course, and maybe that's part of it, but I don't agree with that. But I don't know, just something about it, man. Just those long straightaways and turn two. I'm always pretty decent at turn two, so that's a fun one. Yeah, looking forward to next week, man.
Yes, sir. Well, Nick, before we let you get on out of here, is there anybody you want to give a big shout out to?
No, just you and Ricky for doing the broadcast. Look forward to watching this one, and Carl, Paul, all the admins, Mark, everybody that participates in these leagues and has a hand in making this league what it is. It's just a blast. I mean, we got races every single freaking day of the week,
Yeah.
and they're all fun. So, yeah, man, appreciate you guys.
All right, Nick, we're going to go ahead and let you get on out of here and celebrate that doubleheader win here tonight. And hopefully we'll be talking to you again sometime in the near future.
All right, man, take care.
All right, that would be our race winner here tonight. That's going to be the number 2 of Nick Nickerson. Want to sit back and thank everybody out there that has liked, shared, subscribed to the channel. Up over 350 subscribers, I do believe. Almost to our next goal of 500. So if you guys could, make sure you guys share it around, subscribe. It's completely free. Hit the little bell notifications and turn on all notifications for what CRN has to offer throughout the week. Make sure you guys go tune in to the UCRL as Jimmy and Carl are live with the trucks as they get ready to end up their season. Tomorrow night, you're not going to see a broadcast from myself, Jimmy, Carl, or Ricky, but Thursday night, we'll be back here on CRN with the Core Vintage as I go down and start from the back at a road course. Since I am the points leader in the 87s, I have to start from the rear as Carl and Jimmy will bring you the coverage at Watkins Glen on CRN. No broadcast on Friday or Saturday, but you'll catch me back up in the booth on Sunday as a Premier Series goes back to racing. And I believe that is super late models at Myrtle Beach. Don't want to miss that. Mondays, you got the GT broadcast with Carl and Dan Stein up in the booth. And then back here Tuesday night with Pocono with the ARCA and trucks. That's going to do it for myself and Ricky up here in the broadcast booth. Make sure you guys take care. Brush your hair.